Made a real special video for you here, guys. I recorded the actual training session that I bring my agents through to master the greeting and final expense telesales. So you're going to get an insight to what it's like to work with me directly, and I hope this helps you master your greeting and final expense telesales, because the greeting is the most important part of the presentation. If you can't get through the greeting, well, then you're kind of stuck. So take notes here. I want you to learn. And I know when I got into the business, I didn't have access to anything like this. It was a real challenge for me to find a coach or a mentor or a trainer who would host consistent training sessions like this. So I hope this can help you guys have the support and the knowledge that you need to make it in this business. If you're not getting the support that you need right now, or maybe this will give you a different perspective, because there's more than one way to get through the greeting. But what I go through here has worked for me time and time again. It's worked for my agents time and time again. So take notes. I want you to learn, and I really hope this helps you make more sales. Let's get right to it.
So what we're going to cover is the greeting and some things that we run into in the greeting of a sales call. Now, before you're able to master the greeting, one thing you got to understand is that you don't really help any. So we're brought up. Most people are brought up to take no for an answer, right? Just no means no. Don't bother people. Mind your own business. Don't talk to strangers, right? We're all told these things. Everybody here kind of told those things when they grow up. They grew up, right? Yeah. So the idea of being a good boy or a good girl, you're not actually a good boy or a good girl. You're just obedient. Kind of crazy, right? Like, we're called good if we're obedient. And we're instilled from a young age that we want to be good, which means we want to be obedient, which means when we're in sales and we run into these objections of people telling us in the greeting they already have insurance, they're not interested, we instinctively, because it's been drilled into us, want to be good, a good boy or a good girl, and just say, okay, right, and be obedient to what they say, because that's the polite, socialized, civilized etiquette way to do things. Well, really what it comes down to is our parents were just sick of us asking for candy a million times. So they wanted us to get to the point where we just stood still and shut up, right? So overcoming that is important. Now, we have to understand is that it's actually not nice to not sell someone a policy. Anybody want to take a guess why?
Because we
Why?
have the opportunity to
Oh.
help them. And if we don't do that, then we're kind of like failing them and their families.
Exactly. So for everybody watching this, I'm going to give you a quiz on this. And, but it's not nice, one, because we're not able to provide them with a policy. But think about this, right? Everybody here probably has some sort of obligation to someone else other than themselves financially, even if it's not direct. Probably you would want to provide for someone, right? Like, my dad's independent, but I want to be able to retire, so I feel obligated. So whenever we don't make a sale, okay, if we don't push and do everything we can to be unreasonable about making a sale, not only are we not helping our client beneficiaries, okay, we're essentially stealing from the people that we love and ourselves. So I adopted that view, and it's helped me push and be persistent and help change my perspective on pushing through the greeting and pushing through the close, because our clients are 70 something and don't have insurance for a reason. Okay, they're professional procrastinators, and they're going to put it off forever unless they get someone to be like, hey, you got to do this and take care of this. But also, we may think inside that it's ethical to just let someone get away with whatever excuse they're telling us of why they can't get insurance and why they don't want it. But it's actually the most unethical thing, because we're not only stealing from their beneficiaries, but we're stealing from our families as well. We're not generating revenue, so we're stealing from the company, the agency. You're stealing from your coach and your upline who gets paid on the sale. You're also stealing from your community, right? Because we pay taxes that have services that allow us to have roads and all these other systems that help us survive. So the close is so important, because every time you make a sale, money changes hands, and currency is meant to flow. Current and currency, right? See how the words I was saying? It's not just meant to sit there. So we're actually helping a lot of people when we're able to close and make the sale. So that may help you be persistent and saying, hey, they may not really, they may just want to get me off the phone, but the best decision at any time is the decision that does the greatest good for the greatest amount of people. Okay. And making a sale does more good for more people than not making that sale. Okay. So that's one thing that helped me there too. The best decision at any time is the decision that does the greatest good for the greatest. So that's one thing that helped them. And then also looking at it for almost in contempt, right? So contempt is the definition is that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving scorn. So we don't want to really not total contempt, but we want to treat someone's objection the same way we would treat like a little kid complaining or like a dog kind of being annoying or whatever. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Okay. And you push through that way. And we focus on, hey, can we solve a problem? And if you focus on how much good you're doing for so many people, when if you actually do help someone get insurance and you do help someone solve this problem, because it's not their problem, it's their loved one's problem, that can help you get the mindset that you need to keep pushing and pursue. Okay. So we want to train that and drill that into our heads of, hey, I'm doing something good here. I'm doing something good here. I'm doing something good here. So that's one thing. Now, second thing is just having it be a reflex. So memorizing those rebuttals is really, really important, and just getting them down, because Corey and Sonia, when people said their objections to you, like, I already have insurance, I'm not interested, did you kind of stumble a little bit?
Yeah.
I didn't stick to the script. I said some other things. So that was the problem.
That's okay. What's something that you said, Sonia?
Like one lady, probably was on the call way too long, but and she knew it too. She had already been in insurance before she was retired, so she was telling me she had enough insurance and everything. And so I was talking to her. It was like, well, she said her burial and everything was taken care of, and whatever's left over can go to her children. And she sounded like an older lady, so I was like, well, what about the grandkids? So we were talking about the grandchildren and trying to get her, but then she told me they don't even come see me. And I was like, okay, now up in my head, I was like, okay, so what can I say now? So, okay. So I told her, that, yeah, I thanked her for, the conversation, because, now I'm put forth more of an effort to go see my mom. I told her I talk to my mom every day, but, I just haven't been over there to see her. She's in North Carolina. So sometimes it's a little difficult. And so, we were talking and still trying to get her. I was like, well, maybe put something away and they just don't know that you have it, but she still wasn't. She said she did say she
Lost you there.
think about it and ask me. And so she was like, let me get you off this phone before you get in trouble. I know you're gonna get in trouble because I just been rattling on, I told her it was okay, but I definitely did not stick to the script.
Yeah, so that's something that can happen, right? And it's easy to not stick to the script. So, we want to make sure that we stick to it, and it's important that we learn to say the same thing every time, okay? Because like I've had sales where people throughout the presentation started to develop the idea that this should be something good to add. There are opportunities that'll come up for you to ask additional questions or maybe do policy reviews or things like that to get a sale in. But also, if we only present to people who tell us that they want the insurance really bad, then we're leaving so many opportunities on the table, right? So when you're starting out, the goal before you learn all those buying signals that we were talking about in training earlier today, it's just pushing through. Now, if you guys paid for leads, right? Think about this, Corey, if you paid $30 for a lead, and say you bought 50 leads for $20 each, you spent $1,000. You call 15 people, no one answers. Okay. And then someone answers. Would you probably do everything you could to keep that person on the phone?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So think about this. You miss 100% of the pitches you don't swing at. Okay. I'm going to use this example here, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I don't think it will. So if two guys are going out to, and two guys at a competition, they're like, whoever gets the most women's phone numbers by the end of the night wins. Okay. If one guy says, all right, well, I'm only going to go after the women who look at me and I smile and they acknowledge me back with a smile. I'm only going to ask them for their numbers. And then another guy says, I don't even care if they look at me or not, or they look at me mad. I'm just going to go up and ask every woman that I see for her phone number. At the end of the night, who do you think is going to leave with more phone numbers?
The one that asks everyone.
Exactly. So he's essentially selling, hey, give me a number, right? So in sales, typically the highest producers also have the highest amount of rejection. So the people who make the most amount of sales are also getting the most amount of no's because they're just pushing for it. And there's going to be times when you feel like someone's going to buy. There's going to be times when you feel like someone won't buy and they don't. But there's also going to be times when you're leaving that on the table. And especially when you're starting out, that extra time in the presentation is going to give you practice to get your script down, because you're leaving so much talk time, opportunity, and practice time on the table. You're just waiting for those low-hanging fruit who are going to tell you right off the bat why they want insurance. Okay. And there may be some people who want it, but they're not going to show you all their cards right away. Some people may be harder to develop. They may have lower senses of trust, right? They may not be as trusting. I mean, that's what I meant by that. And may take a little bit longer for them to tell you exactly why they want it. So it's important to master those rebuttals and really memorize them. Be persistent, understand that you're doing something good for these people by helping them. And then when they give you those objections, roll right through it. So we're going to practice those here. So I want you to have your, take your scripts out for me. All right. And Corey, I'm going to practice with you here. So I want you to bring me through the greeting.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Yep.
Hey, Justin. This is Corey. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, Corey. How can I help you?
I'm with Senior Life Services, and the reason for my call is that a little while back you spoke with one of our company's representatives about these state-approved final expense burial programs. You mentioned that your favorite color was blue and that your son would be your beneficiary. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I already took care of it.
Okay, I totally understand. It's just my job to get you all of this information in the shortest amount of time possible so that you can make a decision whenever you're ready. Justin, these final expense plans go through small.
Cool. Good job.
Okay.
Do you want less of a delay?
Yeah.
So yeah, less of it. So I mean, I know you look back to me for approval, and then you're like, okay, so good job. So you did awesome there. Little less of a delay in the transition to the
Yeah,
fact
I
finding.
noticed that I had a bit of like a delay with like between that, like the moving into fact finding and rapport. I've got to work on that.
Yeah, it's cool. Your brand new is literally like your first and second day, so it's good. Awesome job. That was you did really, really well with that. So the way that we treat those is like in football, it's just a stiff arm. Okay. Running down the field, someone comes after you, boom, stiff arm, out of the way. Or a swim move, like, yep, I see you there. I'm going around you. Okay. We treat it as a fear-based reaction from someone who's scared. You ever say something crazy when you're scared?
Yes.
The kids lie when they're scared. Yeah, right. People do weird things when they're scared. They don't make logical decisions or choices. So we're just going to treat it as they're scared. Because let's face it, when we call people, they're probably kind of anxious. There's a little anxiety, right? It comes from uncertainty about who you are. Awesome. Brian, let's practice here.
From the greeting, correct?
Yes.
Hi, Justin.
So hi, Justin. Remember? So we asked. So you're gonna go ring, ring. I'm gonna say hello. Then you're gonna say, hi, Justin, right? And we
Okay.
turn a statement into a question with our tone.
Turn a statement into a question.
Yeah, so like if I was calling you, right? I'm gonna go ring, ring. Say hello.
Okay.
I say, hi, Brian.
Okay. Hello.
Hey,
Yeah. Gotcha.
yeah.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Yep,
Hey, Justin. This is Brian. How are you doing today?
I'm good. So let's say it a little less formal, okay? So
Little
say,
less
hey,
formal,
how you
so-
doing today? How's it going? How's it going? Whichever one you would say as like an addressing, you want to say like you really care about how they're doing, okay? Because
Yeah.
you like most people are going to be like, this person doesn't care about how I'm doing. I found people usually give me pretty good responses because I go into my call like, hey, I really care about this person. You put the person first, okay?
Yeah.
So-
One thing about me though is like I have a stutter and it gets to me sometimes when I go through scripts, but I'll try to get over that.
Okay.
Okay. Ring,
Yeah.
ring.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Yep.
Hey, this is Brian. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you for asking. The reason I'm calling, I'm with Senior Life Services, and you spoke with a representative about the state-approved final expense burial programs, and you mentioned that your favorite color is blue and your beneficiary would be Susan. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, but I already got insurance.
Mm, I completely understand. I would be surprised if you didn't, and I'm not asking you to make any changes. Most of the people I speak with already have a policy. However, they find this information very valuable.
Yeah, and then you immediately just go to
Just
the
go
fact
straight
finding.
in.
Yeah, straight into it. So it would be like, they find this information really valuable. Now, Brian, these final expense plans go through small, affordable, permanent whole life. So you want to just get it. So it's like immediate, boom, like it's the same sentence almost.
Don't
And
even
it's
give
like,
them a pause. Got
yeah,
it.
that way you don't even give them a chance to give you any sort of objection. Because this is the thing, when if you're like, if someone's like, I have insurance, and like, well, what do you have? Right? Oh, who'd you go with? That's like, you don't really have that trust level yet to ask those questions, and
Mhm.
you're validating them that they have insurance. And people lie, and sometimes they don't even know what they have. So
I
if
had
you're
a
like, what do
couple
you have? And they don't know, they feel like a dum-dum. What's up, Corey?
No, I was saying I had a couple people who did that. They said they had insurance like either through their job or they already had coverage, but they weren't sure exactly what it was.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah, I don't even know what I have. It's like, okay, so
Makes
you
sense.
like, does anybody here have any type of insurance they don't know what it is? Sylvia, you don't know what your insurance is? Okay, well, whatever. So someone probably helps you with it then, right? Okay, cool. Maybe someone else in the household takes care of it. Okay. So, but if something's coming out of your bank account, I promise you, you know what it is. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. So when we get people who are like, yeah, I have insurance, they're like, well, I don't really know. Like, okay, so you probably don't have it anymore, right? If it's not charging you money. So unless it's paid out, but yeah. All right, cool. So Sylvia, Brian, great job, man. With what you told me,
Yeah.
you run into sometimes, that's gonna make it even more important to just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Like if you can say that script 100 times through,
Mhm.
you're gonna get pretty darn good at it.
Got it. Yeah, that's the only thing. But that's the only script, right? That's the only one to learn. There's no
Yes.
other script.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the only one that you gotta learn. Don't worry about anything else. Who's here? Okay, yeah. Keona, Mika may have you practice something similar, but it's a little different, but it's gonna be, similar. You'll wanna connect with her at some point, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Mika's one of our veterans, and she's been here like 8 years, and I've been here last, and I'm not about to have Mika change her whole sales system when she's super, super successful. So it's just about, most scripts are very similar. There just may be some changes and nuances in order of operations and stuff. But other than that, you're learning stuff that's valuable. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Sylvia, ready?
Yes, I kind of have the same problem as Brian.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I'll try.
Okay.
Ready.
Hello.
Okay, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, Justin.
Yeah,
Hey, Justin, this is Sylvia. How you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm with Senior Life Services, and the reason for my call is that the other day you spoke to one of our company's representatives about the state-approved final expense burial program, and you mentioned that your favorite color is blue, and the beneficiary would be Susan. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, but I don't have time right now.
Okay, Justin. I understand. I froze.
It's okay, you can restart. Yeah, it's the business credit card I got. I have a different one. Oh, okay. All right, restart.
Restart?
Yeah, go from the beginning again.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, Justin.
Yes?
Hey, Justin, how you doing? This is Sylvia from
It's all good. So it's okay. Listen, so anytime we run into something that we feel like is something that we're struggling with or that we're failing at, okay? We look at it, a loss is just a lesson, okay?
Okay.
So a loss is just a lesson, right? So don't feel like you're failing, don't feel like you're losing. Every time there's something that we make a mistake on, we can capitalize on it and grow from it. Okay, it happens in every single thing in life. A closed door always has the seed of equal or greater opportunity. Okay, so this is a way for us. Hey, now I gotta learn. And challenges are opportunities. Problems are just opportunities to get better and make more money. Okay, so we want to welcome these challenges and welcome these things we run into that we're not good at, because as we get better, it's going to help us make more money. Okay, so it's totally okay. All this indicates to you here is, hey, geez, I got to practice this a little bit more. I got to run through this script a bunch more. Okay.
Yes.
So here, run through it again. Deep breath. Give yourself permission to not be good at it right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Yes.
Hey, Justin. This is Sylvia. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. And yourself?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I am with Senior Life Services, and the reason for my call is that the other day, our company's representative, I skipped.
It's okay.
The other day, you spoke to one of our company's representative about the state-approved final expense burial program, and you mentioned that your favorite color is blue, and the beneficiary would be Karen. Does that ring the bell?
Yeah, but I already have insurance.
I understand. Justin, these final expense plans go through small, affordable,
Okay,
permanent.
cool. Good job. So you didn't say what was on there for rebuttal, but you got that down really well. Like we have agents who do that. When in doubt what to say, you can just be like, okay, that's great. Or hey, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. And then you can just keep going right on the script. You're not exactly sure what's there. So good job. So Sylvia, Brian, you guys want to memorize that greeting part and then memorize each of those rebuttals. And if it sounds awkward where you're like, how are you doing today? Or how's it going? You can, oh, Malaya Shepherd. I had her before. No, whatever. All right. Okay. I just saw someone's name there. So, all right. Cool. All right. Who's next? Sonia, have you gone yet? No? Okay, let's go.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Justin?
Yes.
Hi, this is Sonia. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. What's going on?
I'm glad you're doing well. I'm with Senior Life Services, and the reason for my call is that the other day you spoke to one of our company's representatives about the state-approved final expense burial program, and you mentioned that your favorite color was blue and that your wife would be your beneficiary. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, but I already took care of it.
I completely understand. I would be surprised if you didn't. And the reason that I'm not asking you to make any changes at this time, most people that I speak to already have a policy in place. But the information that I provide is really valuable. Now, Justin, these final expense plans go through small, affordable, permanent whole life insurance policies regulated by the state of Florida and are designed for folks that live on a limited or fixed income each month, like Social Security, disability, or even disabled vets. And Justin,
Cool, good job. Yeah. All right, Kiona, you ready?
Yeah, what were we?
For the, just going through the script here. Do you have your script down now or no?
I'm sorry?
Do you have your script with you?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go through, practice the greeting, okay?
the which one?
The greeting.
The greeting?
Yeah.
Is the intro or no?
Yeah, so, yeah, the intro.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like,
You're fine.
okay, okay. You want my camera on or it's okay if I want?
No, you're cool.
Okay. Hey, ring ring.
Hello.
Wait, what? Just say your name?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hi,
okay.
Justin. You say hi, so follow the script. What's on there?
Okay, ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Yep,
Hey, Justin, this is Fiona. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm with Senior Life Services, and the reason for my call is that the other day you spoke with one of our customer representatives about the state-approved final expense bureau program, and we mentioned that your favorite color is red, and your beneficiary would be Tony. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, but I already have insurance.
Okay, I completely understand. I would be surprised if you didn't. I'm not asking you to make any changes. Most of the people I speak with have a policy. However, they find this information really valuable.
Okay, cool. And then you go right on, you keep going right after the script. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ish, you ready?
So do I read the fact finding?
Yeah, you go right to the fact finding. But I'm gonna have Mika I'll read something too here. So Ish, your turn.
Alrighty. Um, hey Justin.
Yeah,
Hey Justin, this is Ish. How's your day going?
I've been doing pretty well, man. How can I help you?
Good. Nice to hear it. Well, I'm with Single Life Services, and the reason for my call is that the other day, a little while back, you spoke with one of our company's representatives about the state-approved final expense burial programs, and you mentioned that your favorite color is red, and that your favorite food is pork chops, and that your beneficiary would be Susan. Does that ring a bell?
Yes. Yeah, but I already took care of it, man. Thanks for calling me though. I appreciate it.
Well, I completely understand. I would be surprised if you didn't. And I'm not asking you to make any changes. Most of the people I speak with already have policy. However, they find these information really valuable, which is why I want to tell you that these final expenses plans go through small, affordable, permanent whole life insurance policies regulated by the state of Florida. And they are designed for folks who live on a limited or fixed amount each month, like Social Security, disability, even our disabled vets. And Justin, these are not your real big expensive type plans. These are
Okay,
just
cool.
small yet affordable
You're,
plans
all right, you're
that are
good.
permanent and will.
You're good. Okay, so what I want to do here, for any of you who have trouble in the greeting, aside from Corey and Sonia, because I want you guys to get rocking with your dial. I want you guys to take a little bit here, and until our 2 p.m. meeting, I want you to just read that script. Your goal is to memorize the first page of that script. Okay. So I know everybody here is capable of it because you passed your insurance license course, and there's a lot more pages on that course than there are in that script, right? Awesome. Cool. And believe it or not, You know, we used to do this, here, so